Have you ever noticed how some women just know, without you saying a word, whether you're the kind of man who deserves their attention? It almost feels magical, but the truth is, it's no coincidence. There's a set of behaviors and postures they instantly recognize, and it can make the difference between being ignored or admired. The most intriguing part? It's not about money, looks, or cheesy lines. It's about what we call the masculine code, an invisible guide that shapes how you attract confidence and respect, ignite female attraction, and naturally become a leader. The problem is that many men have no idea how this code works. They make mistakes that drive women away and undermine their image, often without even realizing it. The good news is that by mastering the principles of this code, you can transform not just your love life, but also your presence in any environment. It's like cracking a secret that few people know, but that can change everything. Want to know how it works? Get ready, because you're about to discover something that can completely change the game. In a world where first impressions carry so much weight, understanding the masculine code can be the key to projecting confidence and respect. It's not about dominating others or forcing yourself on people, but about carrying a presence that communicates silent authority. Picture a man walking into a room and, without saying a word, capturing everyone's attention. It's not magic. It's masculine psychology applied to behavior. This presence begins with your gaze, your walk, and, most importantly, how you position yourself in the face of challenges. Building this aura of respect and confidence requires mastering your emotions, an essential pillar of the masculine code. How often do we see people losing their temper or losing control in tough situations? That only reveals weakness. The alpha behavior, on the other hand, is calm, calculated, and, above all, self-aware. He knows his actions reflect the energy he wants to attract. A practical example? When confronted, instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath, smile, and respond assertively. It disarms any attack. Part of the secret to establishing this confidence lies in the small habits. How you dress, how you communicate, and even how you handle mistakes. Who hasn't seen a man stumble over his words, yet turn the situation around with a confident smile? This is what we call mastering emotional control. The masculine code teaches that failures aren't the end of the world, but opportunities to show resilience. An alpha attracts respect precisely because he remains unshaken by adversity. To stand out socially, a man must understand that female attraction and respect go hand in hand. Women notice the details: your posture, tone of voice, even subtle humor. A man aligned with the masculine code knows he doesn't need to overdo it or try too hard to impress. He speaks sparingly but with impact. A useful tip? Before an important conversation, practice a confident posture. Back straight, chest slightly forward, and controlled breathing. It may seem simple, but it makes all the difference. This leads us to a crucial point. True respect comes from how you treat others. A man who masters the masculine code doesn't belittle, humiliate, or try to elevate himself by stepping on others. The true alpha behavior is gentle yet firm, secure yet humble. He's like a rock in the middle of a storm, a point of stability that naturally attracts respect and admiration. And this is just the beginning of the journey. The alpha behavior, so talked about today, isn't just a stereotype but a reflection of a well-trained mind through masculine psychology. Contrary to popular belief, being alpha doesn't mean being aggressive or authoritarian, but demonstrating control over yourself and the situations around you. He's the kind of man who, in a chaotic environment, knows how to find solutions with calm and strategy. Imagine being in a tense work meeting and being the one who suggests the idea everyone embraces. That's what defines true alpha behavior. This posture isn't innate. It's developed through self-awareness and practice. An alpha understands that his emotions shouldn't control him but serve him. He learns to use his energy productively, knowing when to speak and, more importantly, when to listen. Masculine psychology teaches us that this emotional intelligence is one of the greatest competitive advantages in any area of life, whether at work, in relationships, or even in casual social settings like a relaxed chat with friends. One of the pillars of this behavior is the ability to make quick, confident decisions, even under pressure. To train this, an interesting practice is regularly putting yourself in challenging situations, like learning something new or engaging in a sport that requires strategy. These experiences build resilience and teach you how to react to real problems without hesitation. After all, the confidence that alpha behavior inspires in others largely comes from his ability to handle the unexpected. Another powerful aspect of alpha behavior is the ability to naturally attract attention without forced effort. This is closely tied to mastering the masculine code and female attraction. Women and men respect those who exude confidence without needing to brag or seek constant validation. A practical tip: pay attention to your tone of voice. Speak clearly, at a moderate pace, and avoid excessive slang. This conveys a message of maturity and authority, traits that don't go unnoticed. Finally, alpha behavior, anchored in masculine psychology, isn't about being the strongest, but the wisest. He understands that strength is useful, but wisdom is essential. That's why he constantly invests in knowledge, whether by reading books like The Power of Habit or learning from daily experiences. And it's this continuous pursuit of evolution that makes him a role model, paving the way to understanding the deeper nuances of male leadership. Female attraction isn't something achieved solely through words or appearance. It's the result of subtle behaviors that demonstrate confidence and alignment with the masculine code. This code dictates that a man must balance firmness and empathy, creating an emotionally secure environment. Women are highly perceptive and immediately notice when a man is authentic in his actions. Think of that friend who, without grand gestures, makes a woman smile effortlessly with a light-hearted joke. This is the essence of genuine connection. To maintain this attraction, it's essential to understand communication as a game of genuine exchanges. It's not just about speaking, but about listening attentively and responding with interest. An alpha behavior focuses on the present moment, free from distractions or anxiety. At dinner, for example, he isn't constantly checking his phone. He's 100% engaged in the conversation. This level of attention demonstrates value and makes the other person feel important. The masculine code also teaches that attraction is built on mutual respect. This means not only treating a woman with dignity but also showing that you have solid values. When a man speaks passionately about his principles and pursuits, he exudes an irresistible energy. Want to impress? Share stories about projects that excite you, travels that expanded your worldview, or lessons learned from tough experiences. This creates a connection that goes beyond the surface. Another crucial aspect is balancing mystery and vulnerability. Men who master masculine psychology understand that they don't need to reveal everything at once. They leave room for curiosity. However, don't confuse mystery with coldness. Demonstrating vulnerability at the right moments, like admitting a mistake or sharing a personal challenge, strengthens emotional bonds. After all, no one connects deeply with someone who seems untouchable all the time. Finally, female attraction is enhanced by a man who knows how to lead without imposing. This means planning creative dates, like a walk in a lesser-known scenic spot, but also being open to suggestions. This dance of confidence and flexibility, always guided by the masculine code, keeps the flame alive and reinforces admiration. And it's precisely this balance that leads us to the next point about true leadership in relationships. Leadership isn't about imposing. It's about inspiring. True alpha behavior, aligned with the masculine code, stands out in social groups by balancing charisma and action. He's not the loudest person in the room, but everyone listens when he speaks. This happens because his presence is built on respect and confidence, two essential social currencies. In a common scenario, like a gathering of friends, he knows how to engage everyone, naturally becoming the center of attention without competing for it. This type of leadership is deeply rooted in masculine psychology. A man who understands his inner strength knows that leadership starts by setting an example. He respects others' opinions and never belittles them to elevate himself. Imagine a friend who, when planning a trip, considers everyone's preferences and finds practical solutions. That's leadership applied to daily life, and it's exactly why people want to follow him. An alpha's physical and emotional posture in social groups is another key differentiator. He's firm but friendly, serious yet approachable. This balance is essential to generate confidence and respect. A practical example? When in a group, avoid gestures that show insecurity, like crossing your arms or looking down. Instead, maintain an open posture and actively participate in the conversation. Small gestures like these influence how others perceive you, even without you saying a word. Alpha behavior also reflects the ability to resolve conflicts with diplomacy. When disagreements arise, he acts as a mediator, not a provocateur. This demonstrates self-control and ensures he's seen as a natural leader. For example, during a heated debate in a group, instead of raising his voice, he calms the parties involved and suggests a balanced solution. This ability to handle tension solidifies his place as a stabilizing presence in any group. Finally, leading in social groups also means delegating and valuing others' talents. A man who masters the masculine code understands that respect is a two-way street. He recognizes the unique strengths of each individual and knows how to leverage them for the group's benefit. That's why, at the end of any social interaction, he leaves a lasting mark. People walk away more confident, motivated, and, above all, with the feeling that they've learned something valuable. This brings us to exploring the influence of this code in building lasting legacies. The masculine code is more than a set of behaviors. It's a philosophy of life that teaches you how to leave a mark that transcends time. Building a legacy begins with a clear purpose, something few men truly have. When you understand your values and define the impact you want to make in the world, every action takes on meaning. Think of great leaders like Steve Jobs or Mandela, who used their vision to transform lives. Following this path requires dedication, but the rewards are immeasurable. Masculine psychology plays a vital role in this process by teaching how to balance ambition with empathy. A lasting legacy isn't built solely on individual achievements, but on the positive impact you create for those around you. This can start with something simple, like mentoring a colleague or helping a friend overcome challenges. These gestures build respect and confidence, the pillars of any meaningful inheritance. In this context, alpha behavior acts as a guide. Men who grasp this concept know that leading by example is essential. They don't just talk, they act. If you want to leave a legacy, think about how your actions reflect your values. A practical tip: develop habits that inspire others, like consistency in your work or kindness in your interactions. These behaviors are seeds that, over time, grow into stories passed down for generations. Another critical aspect of building a legacy is resilience in the face of failure. The masculine code teaches that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow and teach others. Picture a man who, after losing a business, uses the experience to guide other entrepreneurs and help them avoid the same mistakes. His story, once marked by a setback, becomes an example of perseverance. This ability to turn setbacks into lessons is what solidifies a legacy. Finally, a man's legacy isn't measured solely by what he built but by the impact he left in relationships. Whether with family, the community, or in the workplace, the true inheritance is intangible. Values, memories, and examples. Men who live by the masculine code understand this and live in a way that inspires those who come after them. With this solid foundation, we explore how the code generates genuine and lasting admiration. And have you ever thought about having any woman you want just through text messages? There's a secret that all women carry with them, a mental trigger that activates in their minds when you send a few specific messages. I explain all of this in an ebook, which I'm giving as a gift in the first pinned comment of this video. It's not free because I put in the effort to create it, but it's almost free, as the price is ridiculously low, cheaper than a snack. Go grab your gift now. Now that you've understood how the masculine code shapes how people perceive you, the next question is simple. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue living as before, or will you start applying these principles to transform your confidence, attract respect, and stand out in your relationships? Think about it. Every step you take toward alpha behavior brings you closer to a life with more purpose, leadership, and genuine female attraction. So, what are you waiting for? Start today. Observe your actions, adjust your posture, and rethink how you communicate your values. Small changes can lead to big results. Can you imagine being admired for your presence? What if people started seeking you out for guidance and inspiration? All of this is within your reach. If you're ready to take the next step, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, we'll keep exploring the secrets of masculine psychology and alpha behavior to help you build the respect and admiration you've always wanted. Are you prepared to elevate your game? Then come with me and discover everything the masculine code can do for you. And have you ever thought about making her miss you every single day? It's very simple, and I've shared how to make this happen with a few easy steps in the video right here on your screen. Click it, and I'll see you there.